Okay, hello everybody, good morning or good day. Welcome again to another session of developing Pixel Painter Challenge. So last time, which was already some time ago, we made it so all of our information was inside of the file to render the grid and everything. Yeah, that's nice. And so for today, I think my idea was to start keeping track of how many you actually have correct. For instance, if I would do this, then it should not tell me that there are, I assume, 12. Yes, there should be 12 correct, because the entire first column, which is 12 cells, should be correct. So I should somehow get the information out of there. And I think well, the most logical way to, for now, do it is in the render grid script, just because that already paints it, highlights it, so it actually knows exactly when to do it. And then I just have to see highlighting is not correct. Clean a fill shape. Another thing I also want to do was make sure that I can actually see, for instance, if I take a color, that I know where I've put my corners. I mean, like now you kind of have to guess where you've put it. Based, I mean, of course, based on this shape, you know exactly where your corners are. They're like here, 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 because it's where the lines stop and they start going to in that different direction. But for instance, if first, if you do it inside of an existing shape, for some reason, there's no way to tell. Also, if you make it like here and then you continue to the next line, there's no way to know that there actually is a dot here. And there was the option to always click on it to cancel it. But that's confusing because also now I don't remember where I've actually put it. And it doesn't work for apparently the first point, which is also weird. So that's something that also was an idea to improve, to do, but that will come later. For now, it's just the filling of the shape where is highlighted. If highlighted, yes, we come into this horrible, horrible algorithm, which I still don't know if it works all the time, because I'm pretty sure I saw points where it didn't work. Why do I have fill start end, and I have fill of a cell? I assume this one just calls the fill of the position. Yes, get line position start end. Okay. So here in the logarithm, we now say figure out current color. Well, actually it is see if color is the same as target at 1, 2 correct colors. Also means see if color is different from target. Well, to see if the color is the same as target and different from current. See if color is different from target and current is not target. So I guess that's the first one to do. Is we should get, what the hell am I doing here? We should get the stupid AI. So here we already have the fill position. Here we have the color, current color. Okay, I've also created color. That's a bit annoying. So this is the current color. I should get, and I think that's actually the level manager. Does it know? Tile map set tile border level manager gets here. Level manager gets cell color. Of cell. I can do it. Color target color. But I'm not so sure the cell color is that must be the really the target color, and I can't click on this. Oh, stupid ID. Level manager get cell color. Where is this one set the level color? Level color, new color. Tuck, 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 tuck. It comes from level data. Level data is from the file. Yes, okay, so that's definitely a target color. The target color and not so much the actual current color. Current color. Yeah, actually, this is not. There also shouldn't be any current color even. I have to move this up. I should call this painting color. Because then I also have a color, current color. Oh my god, and this is, why is level manager here with an L? I have the, oh, that's so weird. I don't have, here I have level manager. Why do I not save it? Have I ever called level manager anywhere else? Oh yes. Okay, so for now this is, yeah, this is not gonna, okay. Level manager. That's not a good approach, but okay. And then here I have to get it from the tile map, I guess. And I say tile map dot get color layer fill. Okay. This should be working now. Okay, and so if you do the exact same as before, we just fill this. Oh, then we actually see indeed that, oh, that's so nice. I wasn't sure about the equality on color level. But I guess it's, why does it even, yes, because of the thingy, because actually just create a new color every time. New painting color. Why does it even need to paint a color to do a 1F? I thought all my colors were made with one F. Where does my painting color even come from? Level manage, current color, current color, level manager, current color, and you can set the current color. That's probably done in the color picker script. Button.image.color. Yes, and it's probably also in the level manager they get created. No, it's not where they get created. You have a canvas setup. Yes, the canvas setup, and this one will create the colors, I guess. Yeah, this is really disgusting. Level manager instant get paint colors. Yeah, I should really clean up. And here you say colors index. Yeah, so it all really refers to the paint colors. Okay, and then the level manager, you have paint colors, I assume. Where are your paint colors? Level manager instant get paint colors. Level manager get paint colors. Level data colors. Okay, level data colors. Level data gets red here. And so this really comes from the file. Okay, so I think it will have an opacity of 1, so this actually doesn't even matter. And then I just say here this is a painting color. So I can reduce the creation of objects, which, well, it matters a bit, I guess. It's C#, you know. In general, I always think if you can avoid creating objects, you should. Yeah. I mean, like, there shouldn't really be any reason to create new colors, except for highlighting. So I'm curious how highlighting now actually works, if it doesn't create a new color. Highlight. How does highlight work? Current color. It does create a new. Okay, but it doesn't do new. Yeah. It just calls new like this. That's annoying. But okay. I hate that you can do color constructor like this in C#. I understand you can do it, but it makes it difficult because if you want to look for all instantiation of these colors, then good luck. Probably if you have an editor which is configured with better support, it might be much easier to do. Anyway, so here I was now able to determine it was the same color. For now, I am going to just keep a private field, which is an int correct cells, which is going to be 0 to start with. And then here I will say if it is same, I will say correct cells and increment it, which is not completely correct. I also wrote painting incorrect, painting color, current color. First, what I have to do actually is make sure that they say if current color is the same as painting color, and I guess I can just return. There's no need to fill even. That's just optimization, I guess. And it actually helps me because now I know the current color is different from the painting color. So I am going to change the painting color. And then if I say if my painting color is the same as target color, then I can indeed say the correct cells is correct. Else if what's it? If painting color is different of target color, no, of target color, then I don't know anything yet, because it could be that my current color, no, that my target color is not the same as my painting color. It has to be, because if painting color would be the same as my target color. Oh, yeah, okay, the thing is, I don't know whether my current color already was correct or not. It could be my current color was also wrong. My current color was not the target color. Then what I can say, else if current color is its target color, then I remove one. So I'm going to paint over it, and I know for a fact that my current color is not the same as painting color. So by having, well, it's a bit difficult. It's how to say it. After this statement, you know that current color has to be different from painting color. If current color is different from painting color, then you also know that by this, if this is true, so painting color is the same as target color, you can put this one here. So current color is the same as target color. No, current color is different from target color, because let me say it like this. So at this point, you know current color is not equal to painting color. So, okay, but painting color is the same as target color, so I can put here target color. So current color is different from target color. That's what I know if I'm here. I know that my current color is different from my target color, but I also know that my painting color is the same as my target color, so I have to increment it. Then, if we go down to the next statement, which, okay, I forgot the keyword, shoot it, yes. So current color, again, is different from painting color, because otherwise we would have returned here, so this has to be true. Then if I say current color is different from painting color, but I know current color is the same as target color. So target color is different from painting color. I know for a fact. So if I know that I am painting with a color that is not my target color, but I also do know that my current color already is the same as target color, then I'm painting it over with the wrong color. So that's a bit the whole idea of this statement, to avoid having to just like, if this and that, if this and that, if this and that, and then just saying like, okay. But I must admit it's not 100% clear that the logic actually is sound. This will also log way too much, because this will log it on every cell. If I paint, then it will, for some reason, it will even, yeah, okay, it makes sense because it goes over it in yeah. So first don't log anything, and then if I do here, well, actually, it will probably start here. I will say like, ding, oh yeah, I have one correct. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It prints 4. Because it marks all 4 of them. So here, after this, I still have 1 correct. After this, I have 2 correct. That's why it logs so many of them. Here, 12, also it will say like 12, 12, 12, 12. So that's why it logs everything, every value 4 times. But in the end, it knows 12 is correct. If I then go over, then it will say I currently have 96 cells correct. If I do red, then it will probably go down. Will it go down? 84. This actually should also have been. Yes, and this is like, should have done it like this actually. Otherwise, there's no way for me. 90 correct. I'm gonna get all of them correct, and then it will say how many are there? 144, which is correct because 12 times 12 is 144. So this logic works perfectly. If I make here a few blue ones, which is completely correct, then I will have 144 minus 8, which is 136. Perfect. Although I must say I don't really like the way it looks. Like, how horrible is this with the lines? What are these lines even? Is that just because I'm oh no, if I zoom in it doesn't become any better. What the hell is this even? Let me see if I can. Where did that even come from? So anyway, but my logic is safe and sound. This is correct. The fill position, yeah, of course, with the layer fill. But I am. Is it because of the depth? You can see that there is some. I was hoping it wouldn't be visible if you actually color it. But I think there is a certain depth to it because I work with the different layer fills. What if I say layer border is not -1? The highlighting doesn't matter so much. What if I say this also is at 0? Which I can't do. I mean, that's for a fact. I can't do it because then you can't see the border anymore if you're in the wrong color. So, but and then I might have to figure out a different way to actually. Oh, yeah, okay. Huh. What? I was definitely not expecting that. Why is it the border position? Yes. It was at 0, so it should be the same as the fill. Does it automatically get filled with 0? Yes, here, this one, this vector. Set tile position fill. What is my initial fill? Okay, I think I see. But even that doesn't make any sense because my layer border is -1. It should be behind it. My fill position, that's the fill asset here. I think I should do it the other way around. Or, yes, -1 means it's behind it. But why do I do that? Because here I have the fill, and the fill has, you can see the fill actually has a border. This is the border, this is the fill. Why don't I make the fill a complete one and just put the border in front of it? In that case, if the border is the same, you're not going to notice it because the border and the fill will just completely be the same. How can I edit this? I think I did that in GIMP. Do I still have GIMP on my system? Well, that was probably on a previous system. I don't have GIMP. Do I have some other image editor? No. Open, edit, copy, nope. Yeah, I might have to install GIMP again. I only have, what's drawing? Wait, maybe I have something. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Zoom in. I want not that. Definitely not that. I want white. And I want, do I have an easier way to do things? I don't have a painting tool. Oh, I can just do like this. Okay, okay. Then if I save, Wait, I forgot some piece. Save. Then I go back to, yeah, okay, so you didn't see that, but I changed it, so now everything is fine. So if I do my layer border is at level 2. That means my layer, my border, I mean, my border will also be on top of my highlighting. Does that make sense? I think it kind of does. So even when highlighted, you can still see what it is you need. Okay, so this seems to be okay-ish. There seems to be some interesting thing going on when they overlap. Then the border seems to be less thick. But that is definitely better. Now I just need to know how come if they overlap. You can actually see that they don't. How do I move? Okay. You can actually see that they like kind of share a border, which is interesting. Why would they share a border? How big are these objects? There's 64 pixels per unit. It almost seems as if my object, which is 64 by 64, but my cell is then. How big is my border? Yeah, okay. I'm quickly gonna see. I mean, like I know the image is 64 by 64, but I want to know how big the actual border is, how many pixels. If there is an easy way for me to figure that one out. I think it's 4 pixels wide. Let me see. 1 pixel. Not swap to green. I think. Yeah, okay, there's no easy way for me to calculate this now. I want to do 1 pixel. Round, square, no error, square, color gradient, anti-aliasing, pencil options. Anti-aliasing, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going to undo all of this because that's junk. I also noticed my border is not fully done. Also, okay, no, I was going to say, like, also, what the hell? My border is not thick on the top or as thick on the top as above. But, so what did I discover? I discovered my border is 4 pixels thick. But on the right side, it was a bit gray, well, transparent or translucent. So it wasn't fully on the bottom as well. Damn it, who the hell created this images? I know bloody well I did. So, but I'm just complaining about my own work. Okay, so I know they're 4 pixels thick, but you can clearly see. How do I? Yeah, I have to. You won't be able to see this properly then. You can see clear that they actually overlap. At like here, you can actually see that this one was a bit translucent here on the right. Do I have one that's on the right? No, I don't have any that's on the right anymore. You can still easily see. It was also the same as there, so that should actually have been fixed now. Which, let's see if it is. Unless maybe I forgot to save it. Did I forget to save it? Open containing folder. Why? Open the drawing. Nope, it should be fine. And I actually think it was even the top one. So maybe this one is just something that Unity does for you. But you can clearly see here with where this one happens. The border of the yellow one is thicker than the border of the red one. So it tells me that there actually is quite some overlap. It seems to be here as well. It seems to be that there's only like 1 pixel left of the other one. 1 pixel too much on this side, 1 pixel too much on this side. So instead of it needing to be 64 by 64, it needs to be 62 by 62. How did I back then decide it was 64 by 64 pixels? Where does that calculation comes from? Let's see. In here I set grid size, yes, and I say XY. Okay, which is just grid size, yes, vector 3 in position, set out this position. But how do I know the width of each tile? Is there not something that tile map? You have a scale of 26 by 26. 26 times 2 would be 52. Nope, doesn't make any sense. Material sprites default. Sprites default is just the default sprite, it's not any. How do you know how big, like how big a tile is in a tile map? I guess my scale has to do something with it. How big is a tile in a tile map? Hmm. To me, it seems as if, but my current one was 64. It seems to be 62 by 62. But that seems weird. And what if I want to have bigger ones? Isn't this just like determined? I say this is pixels per unit, 64, because it's 64 by 64 unit. So there are 64 units, then it's like 1 unit. So how come that if I say 1 unit is 64, it still doesn't render properly? Ah, yes, was it also not when yes, you have like an like you have somewhere here the, oh my god, I completely forgot about all of it. You have chunk culling bounds manual. What the hell is this? You have the tile pellet, that's what I was looking for. The tile map renderer can detect a chunk bounce automatically, or bounce can be manually set in the next option. Chunk culling bounds. It allows 64? 64? I have no idea what this actually means. You can also play with like the mode, the rendering mode. That doesn't make any difference. This is also, of course, another interesting stuff which I have to fix. My alignment of the buttons, but that's a whole different problem. mode chunk individual. None of this matter. Bottom left, yeah, that's because they are rendered in this direction. That's okay. Visible inside mask, visible outside mask. None. I don't care. I don't care. None of this matters. Okay, the tile palette. Window tile palette. Yes, window tile palette, window tile palette. 2D tile palette. Yes. This is, I think. Yes, 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 yes. This is how I did it. Okay, I just don't know how to move around here. Move around. Nope. Move around. Nope. Okay, right mouse click. This, I think, is how I also discovered that it actually should have been 60. Wait. 64 by 64. That I don't understand. Maybe just so automatically to make it nicer. Unity tile map tiles overlap by a few pixels. Maybe this is done for rendering purposes. No, can't find the. Okay, that's something I'll definitely have to look into. I don't think there is that much of I think the overlapping does kind of make sense in like a 2D game. That is because like yeah, you have a sprite and this is more to the front, this is more the back. So it makes sense that this one should overlap. But then again, it's interesting that actually here this is not happening. You can see that. Oh no, they actually align properly. Actually, wait a second. In here, they actually all align properly. It's in the game that they don't do it. So this might be just be a rendering thing then. Maybe my. Oh my god, it looks horrible. What the hell is this? So okay, so I'm not gonna do that one. That's horrible. But then maybe it just seems to indicate that actually the scene is correct, although the red one is not very nice. But it's more like a rendering issue. Okay, so for now, just ignore it, I guess. Although of course this is really gonna be ugly if I do this. Although is it ugly when I do this? Not really, is it? The border seems to be okay on like a single value, but if you have double values, the border actually becomes pretty thick. Which of course makes sense because you have double borders. I almost would want it to not be like this, but this one just definitely looks better. So I have written something that can now calculate or count how many are correct. I have fixed a bit my layout, which is good as well, I think. Then, oh my god. See, I mean, like, this is also something we should definitely limit because there should be no way that this should be allowed. Oh, damn, I even did it in the wrong. I did it wrong. Should have done it after all of that. And now I did it wrong again, I guess. Maybe not. Can I do like this? No, I can't. Just paint all of this red. And then we'll figure out, okay, no, I should paint all of this yellow. And then I should paint exactly what I did before, all of this red. Which of course should not really be allowed, but if I can't do it, then there's no way to solve this. So this is what it should look like. One very nice image when it's all done. Nothing anymore with depth and whatever. And that's how I did how I do it. I just put the border on top of it. The depth of 2. Which makes me actually wonder, why did the border of -1 not work? At the border of -1 did not work because there were lines in between. Yes, now the fill is completely, it's a complete area. And the border is placed on top of it, which of course doesn't matter. It has some interesting effects, so like it's just correct. I can also look into like a striped pattern. Yeah, but that's gonna be more complex, I guess. More difficult to understand as well, as in like which color is which one should be which. So anyway, I think that's decent for now. This I have to remove. I don't like debugging statements or logging statements in my code. I keep track of the correct cells. This should now be moved up, I guess, to not my render grid, but not my level data, my level manager. And then the level manager can do something if the amount of correct cells is the same as the total amount of cells, I guess. Okay. I should definitely at least show this somewhere in a corner. Yeah. But for now, that's it. That's it. Let's wrap up here. Next session. I don't know. I'm thinking, would it be possible to show like an indicator, like a small dot on the corners? I mean, technically, I have the points. These are my points. So all I have to do, when I highlight, I assume that it would be here, this start and end, that I, at the end, highlight it. No? Click, click. Which color do I have? Oh, no. Has to recompile. I don't know what it is. Click. Object reference not an object. Okay, I think something with going on. I'm just thinking, would it be sufficient to have a second tile type? Definitely would be easier than to keep track of another asset that I have to. If I would have to keep track of another asset, another list. Well, I do have the other list, but I have another asset that I also have to clear. I guess it makes sense. I just say highlight and then my positions. But then I also need like a highlight for a corner piece. How do the points actually get added? Because I mean, like, I'm pretty sure I can easily do something where I set those. Here, points dot add cell position. If is valid, points cell pos, fill shape, clear highlight. Okay, this doesn't matter. Points at if points is cell because win fill shape else points dot add cell. Okay, okay, no, okay here the points get added or cleared. Clear highlight of position. See, that would definitely make it easier if I just have an extra asset, because then I can keep all my logic the same, just clear highlighting and whatever. If points can, okay, except for here then. Because here I say, okay, highlight it. There's also some very advanced and difficult logic. What the hell am I checking? If it's not a valid tile position, then I clear everything. That's if I click outside. Okay, that makes sense. If points.count equals 0, if this is my first point, then what do I just highlight a cell, I add it, and I return. Here I say if this, I think, is if I click on the previous. If I click on this, yes. That's the logic for clicking on the previous one. Then I say, if it's a valid shape, valid point, cell position, or it means a valid point. Because I can also, yes, I can do like this and then I can click here. This is not a valid point. So if it's not a valid point, should I not reverse this? If not a valid point, why do I even care then? Because here I still continue. What's this even for? That's for the this option, which I was going to remove anyway, because if you do it on a phone or a tablet, you can't even show this. So what the hell does this even matter? Yes, that was gonna change as well. So here it's a valid point. If I click here, it's not gonna do anything. Okay, that makes sense. And so it's a valid point. Then I check, yeah, if of course if I click. Actually, this should also be outside of the logic. I mean, like, no, I think that was to avoid lines. Yes, so you can't do this and then click on the same thing. Well, this wouldn't matter anyway because points count -1 equals cell position, so this would never work. But it's to avoid making a line because this is not a valid point. Which I mean, like maybe you could argue like why is that even not even a valid point? Why can't I make a line? Why can't I make a single cell? Why can't I just paint a dot? Triangle is allowed. Line is not. Triangle is allowed. Square is allowed. Single dot is not. I don't know. But so this could be pulled outside and then we can still do other things. Okay, so if counts equals 0, if hover position has value and valid point is valid point, okay. And again, here is again the check for is valid point. Because here is where I actually handle the, no, not the click, this is the highlighting. That's if I say, it's a valid point, then you have to highlight everything. And here I clear the highlighting. If our position has value n and is valid point, our position value, clear highlight. So actually this is a bit stupid, no? Here I'm constantly clearing highlights, adding it again. So in this case, I'm constantly clearing, adding, clearing, adding, clearing, adding, clearing, adding, clearing, adding. Here I'm just clearing. Here I'm adding, clearing, clearing, adding, clearing, adding. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm doing. Maybe I should see if I can improve that. I mean, like my phone, my computer, it works fine, but that's not. If you do that like 60 times per second, it's a bit inefficient. Why even bother with doing any of that? Okay, but so where is my actually click? This is definitely a click. Okay, not is valid position. That's not true. If points of can equal 0, points of can is also not true. If it's valid point, it's a valid point. Yes, it's not this one, so then it's just here. Points dot add. But where is my filling? Oh my god, I understand now. It is. It doesn't even matter that I click or not. So here now I've clicked. If I click, the only thing that happens if I click, it indeed says it's a valid point, and I just add the point. That's it. How come my highlighting doesn't get removed? I still have the hover position. I guess it's because the is valid point is no longer the case. That's probably why it doesn't remove the highlighting. Because now this point is no longer a valid case. This is valid. This is not valid. This is. Oh my god, so stupid. Why can't I just. Oh, damn, it's actually going to be very difficult then to know that if I click, this sprite should now be my corner sprite. Unless, of course, my highlighting. Maybe I should just do it like that then. That my highlighting only takes care of it. So if I say here, well, highlighted position doesn't matter, but if I highlight this point, that this is also my. That if I do here, that it says highlight the end, it already takes care of it and says like, okay, I'll mark this. Yes, because the idea is that you're going to clear the highlighting, and oh my god, but then I can't do the optimization. Because the optimization would get rid of this whole clear highlighting, highlighting, and clear highlighting, highlighting it again. But I have to clear the highlighting because I only want to have the last point. It's so stupid. How come I don't? Okay, then I think a better alternative, a better approach would be is to have like a highlight point option. And here as well, if I say highlight, it's not highlight, but this becomes highlight point. Points.count equals, and this doesn't matter anymore. And that's the only things I have then. Because clear all highlights and the highlight points is exactly the same. The only question I then have is here with the highlighting of this. Then this highlighting of the cell and the start end. I think the regular cell will probably be fine because this just makes an edge here as well. It only highlights one point, but that's going to get removed. And then for the rest, I think it's only highlighting here at one location. Let's see if I can find this. Where it's this highlighted will still work. Clear all highlights will work. Clear highlight of the cell. See, clear highlights don't clear the starting point. And then I'm actually thinking with the clear highlights also not be stupid. It literally says clear all highlights. Why can't I just clear entire tile map, the whole region? Wouldn't that be more optimal than just clearing it line by line? Anyway, doesn't matter. A highlight is highlighted. Okay, highlighted. Okay, so the only point where you actually have a highlight of a single position is there. In the other locations, it will all be highlighted through the array, to the line. So all I have to do is here is say like, well, don't highlight the end points. And don't highlight the starting point, I guess. But maybe that's something that the line position already does. Get line positions, get line positions. Where's the get line positions? I thought there was something funky going on with get line positions as well. Does not include the start point, but does include end points. Yes, that's the whole thing. With clear highlight, we do want to have the end point. With fill, I guess we also want to have the end point, either the end or the start. That's the whole thing. Honestly, it doesn't really matter that much because you know your start point, you know your end point. If you want to include a start point, you can. If you want to include the end point, you can. Don't clear the starting point. Starting point can't be yes, no, I remember why that was 4. Can it? Why is this one required then again? Don't clear the starting point, but the get line positions. Oh, that was if you do something funky, no? If you like make something like, but that's not even a valid line. How can I Why is this here again? Don't clear a starting point. I don't think it's ever even possible to have the starting point. Ah, no, I think it is. Like if you do this, for instance, and you would, yeah, okay, I have to, let's take a different color. If you would take like this will now highlight your end. And if you now get away from it, it will clear this highlighting, this point. Yes, that was one of the problems that I had, I think, in the past. Of course, if I say get line positions, if it would never include my end point, then this check, I think, also becomes obsolete. There are so many things going on. This is also way too much nesting. Highlight it and in shape. Yeah, this should just be, this should be extracted somehow. This whole if can be extracted. Here, if highlighted of or in shape. Yeah, just to, yeah, I think I can play with this. This is too deep, way too deep. That's like fixed. Okay, but so then I think it actually might be very easy. And that's what we will do next time. The highlighting, add an extra texture, or an extra sprite, which is probably going to look awful and ugly, but doesn't matter. And then we continue. This also, I mean, like, this shouldn't even be here. This can also just be, can it? No, because it takes points into account. Let's just look at points. I was going to say this can easily be extracted, but that's not really true. Line start, points, line end. Well, of course, I can just give it, you know, the list of points with it, and then this algorithm can basically get extracted as well. Get line positions. This actually is also completely, this actually is even more not related to any of what I do in my rendering grid. Because there isn't even any reference to my current points or to anything. It's just like give me a start, give me an end, and calculate, giving me the vector to int. And you just say, okay, we take here steps, how many this, and create a new position with it. Ta-da! Get line positions. So this method can actually be extracted. Highlighting not, of course, because that's at least something you do with a render grid. Clear all highlighting and whatever, the filling of the shape. None of this can really be extracted. So get line positions can get out. This one, the crosses of the lines and on segment orientation. This one is really something I really want to remove. It's a valid line, I think. Okay, this is the valid line, is just to see whether it's a horizontal or a diagonal line. Horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. That's what the delta x and delta y does. Yeah, a single point. This one also says it's not a line, it's a point. And here you have to need to check that the math is okay. Yeah, so this actually can also be extracted. And which makes sense because then the crosses of the lines was also going to be extracted. The volatile position is more difficult because the volatile position is not get of position. funky. But yeah, this needs a tilemap, so you can't extract that. And then this is the actual update logic, and yeah, initialization logic. That's something you definitely can't extract. How big is my file? 400 lines, which is way too much. Okay, so yeah, definitely want to look into cleaning stuff up a bit. And I think this logic also is a bit confusing and a bit annoying. And should be cleaned up, but this will also depend a bit on how it will handle mobile stuff. Highlight point, yeah, point is okay. Highlight point or highlight corner. No, I'm gonna call it point here. I also call it point. And it's not really necessarily a corner. If you do by accident like a straight on, then it's not a corner, I guess. But this is a point. Okay, so that's it for now. So next time I will show off the new sprite, or yeah, we'll make the new sprite. It's easy. You just have to copy paste the existing one, change the actual object a bit, just put an ugly dot in the middle somewhere, so that's clear, and then start using it. Maybe if we have some time, also gonna clean up all this bit. Okay, but so I'm happy you're making some progress again. I'll see you next time. Bye.